They say rivalries are built on respect. But let's be honest, in the NFC East, it's built on something much more raw, pure, unadulterated animosity. And this week, the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles are set to write another chapter in that book of bad blood. But this time, the narrative is going to be a little different. This time, we're going to expose the truth. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, the media darlings, the team that started last season 10 and won and had everyone convinced they were a dynasty in the making. But what happened next? They didn't just stumble, they completely and utterly collapsed, losing 5 of their last 6 games in a historic meltdown. This isn't a fluke, it's a pattern. They've been skating on razor-thin margins and calling it dominance. That ends now. Remember the nail-biters against teams they should have steamrolled? The games they barely escaped with, often thanks to a questionable flag or a shanked field goal from the other side. This is a team that was 30th in the league in points allowed and 31st in passing yard allowed last season. 31st. You could drive a truck through their secondary. And don't even get me started on the brotherly shove, or, as the rest of the league calls it, the tush-push. A play so gimmicky, so devoid of actual football skill, that the league is seriously considering banning it, that they've built an entire offensive identity around a glorified scrum that relies on a loophole in the rules. That's not toughness, it's a crutch, and it's about to get kicked out from under them. So how do you stop a gimmick? You don't play its game. You build a wall. And that's exactly what Dallas has done. While the Eagles were patting themselves on the back for their push-and-pray offense, the Cowboys were in the lab, fortifying their defensive front. They went out and got bigger, meaner, and a whole lot stronger. We're talking about bringing in guys like Linval Joseph and Jordan Phillips, 2 mountains of men tipping the scales at around 330 pounds each. You can't shove through a wall. And that's exactly what Dallas has built. Last year's defensive front for Dallas might have had some questions, but this year it's a different beast. They've retooled with a singular purpose: to dominate the line of scrimmage, to clog every lane, and to make that brotherly shove look like what it really is, a desperate, one-trick pony. But the real story of this game won't just be on the goal line. It's going to be through the air, because while the Eagles secondary is still trying to figure out which way is up after a season of getting torched, Dak Prescott is playing chess. Let's look at the facts. Last season, Dak Prescott was in a league of his own, leading the NFL with a staggering 36 passing touchdowns and posting a career-high passer rating. He's not just better, he's smarter. He's going to carve up that soft zone like Thanksgiving dinner. The Eagles' secondary was a mess last year, riddled with injuries and consistently out of position. And what have they done to fix it? Not enough. You think they have an answer for CeeDee Lamb? For a healthy and motivated Cowboys receiving core? Get ready to watch a masterclass. Dak is going to expose this Eagles defense for what it is: a paper tiger propped up by a gimmick and a whole lot of unearned hype. This isn't just a game, it's a reckoning. And the Dallas Cowboys are ready to deliver it.